of seeing what they do next. And a lot, I think, of the judgment that they will be thinking through comes down to this question of, is what
Hello guys,
Trump and,
today I will get to hear the news while I play.
A full-blown change of regime, an overthrow of the entire Islamic revolutionary government.
Who smokes like that?
Is it more akin to Venezuelan preparedness to engage with those people who are left in the leadership? And
one stay.
Messages are rather mixed on that.
Who is watching Mid? How stupid!
Some of the people still in the regime think there is a negotiating way out of this. They may take it if they think that regime and the risk is that with the attacks on their Gulf neighbours, which they did not do in June. I think for the Israelis, they've looked at repeated efforts to negotiate away from a nuclear program. They've looked at engagement over the years with Iran, and from an Israeli perspective, they just don't think it's worked, and they feel that while the revolutionary regime stays in place, then the risk of a nuclear program, of the development of nuclear weapons, which of course represent an essential threat to Israel, would be there. But also the missiles, the use of proxies. So I think the Israelis have certainly reached a point where they are full on regime change. I think the US administration under President Trump is not necessarily in entirely the same place, and we'll just have to see where the president comes through. He will be very influenced by what he sees as a success in Venezuela. So I don't know. And from the Iranian perspective, yeah, it depends so much, I say, on that critical point. Do they think that full-scale in which case they will hunker down and just try and keep going and outlast. And remember, some of this weaponry, I'm sure some of the missile capability will go on. But we've seen in Ukraine the ability to keep going with relatively cheap drone attacks, the sort of ones that created the headlines in Dubai. That's very possible. So they have got that option. Let's hope that we do find a more rational leadership evolve in Iran, which is prepared to engage in a proper discussion about removing the threat that Iran has undoubtedly presented to the international community over many decades across those dimensions of nuclear weapons, whether they want to develop them or not, and certainly the developing of a civil program which is way beyond what you would need for a civil program. Very
purple.
What do you say?
To end that type of activity, then
are you guys from Iran?
The deal to be done, but that is a massive if, I have to say.
Where you guys from? Where?
Well, earlier we heard from the Ministry of Defence.
I'm from United Nation. I'm from United Nation.
All of them
United Nation. Yeah. Don't you know United Nation? Why? Why you don't know?
Very good for you. All of them.
Are you stupid? You don't know what is UN?
At least the family and friends of those.
You cannot be from UN.
Yar, what is Yar? I am from UN.
Iran and the regime he's led for so long, it's a source of evil, murdering its own citizens and sponsoring and exporting terror, including to countries like Britain. And the concern now, of course, is that this regime is lashing out. It's lashing out in an increasingly indiscriminate and widespread way. And people will be really concerned that it's not just military targets, but civilian airports like Kuwait, hotels in Dubai and Bahrain are being hit. And so that's why we've strengthened the UK defences in the region.
That's not an op.
Who asked why UK bases were not used to help the US strike Iran. Saying he has not been proactive.
Look, my party's position is clear. This is an absolutely barbaric regime in Iran. And the issue has been about why has Keir Starmer not actually worked with our American allies to be much
Lou,
more
where are you from?
proactive, and on the basis that a lot of intelligence is shared between our two countries, the Americans would have easily shared, and rightly so, details of their plans. Why were some of our bases not used? And basically was the British government asked, about using our own military bases?
That was the news hour. Coming up, plenty
Get shot,
more
get shot, someone get
coverage
shot.
on the ongoing situation in the Middle East. A new wave of strikes on Tehran, and Iran responds with more missile barrages a day after the killing of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei.
Come on!
Of the skyline in Jerusalem. President Trump in the last few moments said that he has spoken with leaders of Israel,
Pit.
Bahrain,
Blue,
and
pit.
the UAE as well.
Oh man, at least look at your corner.
On the growing conflict
Both long.
in the Middle East. That's coming up next.
One pit,
here
one pit.
on Sky.
Oh man.
What's the best thing about being a Sky News journalist?
Who's funnier?
Being a Sky News journalist.
A special edition of The World with me, Yalda Hakim.
Pakistan has the right to respond.
You're like, what?
Historic day here today. Congratulations, this is a huge moment. But what happens now?
The best thing about being a Sky News journalist?
They call him the king of the jungle.
Being a Sky News journalist.
Yusra al-Bakia has this report.
And this is what's left of it.
As a woman of color, how did the Harris campaign speak to you?
For this report.
Xbox.
We're trying to see as much as we can.
Lou, what are you doing?
Catwalk, coming shot. Are you deaf? I said catwalk. He's coming in shot.
Stop talking. We talked 5
Shot!
seconds.
Shot! You idiot! Shot! Okay, die. Yeah, that's what. I guess as much.
You shouldn't talk that much.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, get some kills, come back. Yeah?
When you train enough, you can.
Alright. Okay. Get some kills, come back to me, alright? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yalla. Go. Yalla. Khalas.
Wow. Blue, why you smoke?
That's the team that we have to deal with. Stupid.
Bomb long. Lay bomb. Well, good job, UN.
Grenade out.
Hey, what UN? Bravo, good training.
Okay, what are you saying?
I'm saying good job.
Ah, yeah, okay. Thank you. I'll go long, okay?
Come on, chop.
Get out of the way, Green. Can someone watch short for me?
Incendiary out.
Nice one, Blue. Nice. Come back. You got 3 kills. Come back. Come behind.
This This is Sky News live in Jerusalem. I'm Yalda Hakim with a special program on the conflict.
There's one guy there
in the Middle
at
East.
mid.
Iran's ambassador to the UK tells Sky News that his country is willing to explore diplomatic solutions with hundreds of people killed in 2 days of strikes by the US and Israel. As the strikes continue, so too does the retaliation with 9 Israelis killed in the west of Jerusalem. Israel calling up 100,000 reservists. Meanwhile, the United States reveals 3 of the reservists have been killed and 5 seriously injured as new details emerge of Operation Epic Fury. Oil prices expected to soar as hundreds of tankers drop anchor off the Strait of Hormuz after a number of vessels were attacked. And as the airlines remain grounded, the problem of what to do with hundreds of thousands of travellers, the UK government drawing up plans for a huge evacuation. Donald Trump says he will speak to Iran's new leaders. Over the next hour, we'll have the latest news and analysis and discuss where this conflict could go next. Good evening. The Iranian ambassador to the UK has told Sky News that Iran is willing to explore diplomatic solutions to this conflict, which erupted with the killing of the country's supreme leader yesterday morning. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in an airstrike on Tehran, and the strikes have continued today with hundreds of people reportedly killed across the country.
That was my bad. City, coming through city.
People here in Israel grounded international
He's in the
airlines
smoke,
and
in the smoke.
effectively closed the Strait of Hormuz. Almost
To your left, to your left.
certainly
To your
in
freaking
global
left,
oil
bro.
prices. Well, tonight we'll get reaction from our correspondents here in the Middle East, as well as in
Watch your back.
Washington and London,
T-base.
as the world watches and
I mean
waits
UT.
to see what happens.
UT, bro.
The next day began with
How much do I
Israel
spoon feed?
round of strikes
I
on
understand
Tehran.
there's no
Later,
game sense, but
the
listen.
US claimed to have sunk an Iranian Navy ship in Charbahar. Iran's retaliation has continued throughout the day. In central Israel, at least 9 people were killed and 28 injured in Beit Shemesh after a synagogue was hit. Elsewhere, fatalities were reported in Kuwait as well as Abu Dhabi in the UAE, where Dubai was targeted once again. Meanwhile, the port of Duqm was struck in Oman and vessels hit in the Strait of Hormuz, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan and Saudi Arabia were all hit. But so far, there are no reports of significant damage. Our Middle East correspondent Adam Parsons has our first report this evening.
The bombardments go on.
Incendiary out.
The boom of destruction. American and Israeli forces renewing their assault. And it follows this. The Israeli military has now released fresh footage of the attack that blew up the compound of Ayatollah Khamenei, killing Iran's supreme leader. America continues to flex its formidable military might, even as news of US deaths.
Do you want the invitation
But
to
Iran
go
has
away?
responded with both missiles and by declaring its determination to avenge its dead leader.
America and Israel should be aware that this attack will bring them nothing but shame. Our great nation, who are now mourning this great martyr Khamenei, must foil the enemy's evil plans by being present in mosques and on the streets.
And this is what Iran...
I double dare you, F1. Double freaking dare you, F1. No one can kick me. Alright, Blue? Suck it up! Or you can suck my wallet.
Flattened a school, a synagogue, homes, and a bomb shelter where dozens had sought refuge.
I know why you're doing that, Blue.
Confirmed death.
You're from Iran.
Visiting the scene,
I get it.
one of the most prominent members of the Israeli cabinet.
Shut up and play the game, guys. Come on.
Yeah, you're from Iran, Blue. Blue, you from Iran?
Brother, leave him alone.
We don't even share a border.
You from Iran, Blue?
It was for no reason at all, except pure hate.
Oh, you can't shoot me from so close. Yeah, no, not happening.
So I'm asking all those who defend them in the world, who are you defending? Monsters.
The people we spoke to insisted this is simply a residential community with no targets of any military value.
For many Israelis, the first day of this war was all about images of missiles being intercepted and falling raids on Iran. But this is a
Oh, that was bad.
scene. Schools, synagogue, homes demolished and people killed. this attack makes the war very real for every Israeli.
This is what it is. This is what it looks like. And just for reference, this is one missile that hits and affected so many buildings and so many lives. Terrorists! Fucking no! The fucking missiles that were on the way from Iran towards Israel.
Yeah, that was a fluke. Nice.
Shut the fuck up.
Nice fluke, eh? Nice fluke there, Iranian.
Gulf nations. Smoke rising in Sharjah and Dubai. This high-rise building in Bahrain struck by a suspected drone. Iran's plan is to embroil as many nations as possible. In Oman, smoke billowing from a
very nice bomb, by the way.
Shipping seen as vulnerable. And that means Iranian attacks on shipping passing the
Who the fuck is dropping bomb on spawn?
This whole region has been rendered unpredictable. In Iraq, a huge rally to honour Khamenei's memory, broken up as it closed in on the American embassy. The Middle East is rippling, changing and fighting before our eyes. A region etched by past conflict is now rising again. Adam Parsons, Sky News, Jerusalem.
Well, earlier I spoke to Iran's ambassador to the UK, Saeed al-Musawi, and asked him for his reaction to the military action against his country.
We're very in the middle of the negotiation. We're very in the middle. We are looking for one diplomatic solution. And so there is no need to go to the military confrontation between us. But unfortunately now, in the middle of the military action, they are killing our people. They are killing our innocent children in the schools. But unfortunately, inside of this, and they are claiming to have a diplomatic solution. There is no doubt that the Iranian government and Iranian people always reiterates on diplomacy and diplomatic solution, so that that we have this kind of peaceful settlement of mechanism.
Mr. Ambassador, just to be clear, have Iranian leaders reached out to President Trump and asked to talk?
No, regarding for the details of this kind of communication I don't know exactly, but now we are in the war. We are in the middle of the war, and so he's claiming he said something. You can ask the President Trump in this connection, in this matter.
Mr. Ambassador, do the government anticipate an attack like this? Because for weeks we were hearing that perhaps they would attack. And what we saw in the end was the Supreme Leader, many senior leaders in very close proximity to each other in their compounds, in their offices, in their homes, yesterday morning when they were attacked. Why was there not more preparation for something like this? And why were all of these senior leaders in very close proximity to each other, in their residential buildings and offices?
You see that regarding to find some solution, regarding for this matter, that the Iranian side always reiterates to find the one, diplomatic solution in this matter. And so we have submitted our proposals. But now we are defending ourselves because the war, an act of aggression imposed us, and so there is no doubt that we are right.
Oh, damn. He's tagged.
Defending ourselves, that's it. But they are coming.
Oh, you're dumb, dude.
In our region, and using all of the
don't even know how to take cover.
Facilities against the Iranian people.
Yeah, what's your age, man? What's your age? How old are you? Yeah, how old are you? Never mind. It makes no sense talking to a kid, eh? It's fine. It's fine, kid. You can play. You can play, kid. Go on, kid. You can play. We let you play, kid. We let you play. All right? Go on.
You talk about defending yourself. Gulf countries, some of them your partners and allies, are furious because you've launched a series of missile attacks on their states as well as we've seen drones slam into luxury hotel places like Dubai. Are you going to continue that?
How dumb are you, Green? How dumb are you?
See, first of all, let me reiterate that we have a very friendly and brotherly relationship with
you stupid Green.
in the Persian Gulf. All of them, in the UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, all of them. And so we had a very good relations with them. And before this imposed war, we have declared to the American side and as well as our neighbors that if they want to impose any war and military aggression against Iran, there is no doubt that the Iran will consider to have some, reaction according to the all self-defense right. Any military bases, any properties, any assets that which are very supporting of the American troops to have some intelligence or military activities against the Iranian people, there is no doubt that there are legitimate targets.
Mr. Ambassador, could you tell us a little bit more about the civilian casualties inside Iran? Because we understand a school was hit as well in the last 24 hours. What is the situation inside the country?
Unfortunately, we have several victims and martyrs inside of Iran and many casualties. To be honest, I have no any exact figure regarding how many people has been martyred and killed. But I do believe in the one example that the Israeli regime and American regime attacked us in the one school in the MENA. By now, 153 people has been killed over there, and so a lot of people has been killed. In one, you see, civilian place, more than 150 people martyred.
Mr. Ambassador, we've seen footage of people mourning the killing of the Supreme Leader, but we've also seen people in Tehran and in the diaspora celebrating his killing as well. There are people tonight, Iranians, who are happy about that.
You see that you can ask this question from them regarding for this happiness. But I do believe that if you go inside of Iran, you can realize that the many people spontaneously gathered in the different cities, in the different escorts, in different gathering places for mourning of the Supreme Leader. And so we do believe that according to the majority of the Iranian people believe that the Supreme Leader has been martyred by American regime and Israeli regime, and they are mourning for their Supreme Leader. Regarding for the rest of the people that you mentioned, you can ask them.
Mr. Ambassador, just finally, how do you believe this will end?
Sorry, bro. I do believe, Yalda, that for every international problems, any international issues, there are a lot of peaceful mechanisms to be settled. One of them is, making some concern regarding for the that although that we have shown our intention and desire that the Iranian side do not have any desire to produce the nuclear bomb, but for the eradication and the removing any misunderstanding, any concern, and any worries about this matter, that the Iranian side was very ready to have it peaceful settlement. But unfortunately, now in the war, there is no doubt, first of all, that the Iranian people now is defending and will defend for his dignity, for his territorial integrity, and as well as for national sovereignty. But we do believe that wherever that the other side is genuine, is decisive, is intended to have one mutually compromise, mutually agreed compromise.
The double stream.
There is no doubt that the
you get to watch the
Iranian
news
side
and
is ready to have this to exhaust again the diplomatic solution.
That was Ambassador Mousavi, and we've just put on our personal protection gear because, of course, the sirens have gone off again. We have had Iranian missiles launched here over the skies in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv over the course of the last 36 hours. And I can see the interceptors working at the moment as these missiles are launched.
देखो क्या हो रहा
now
है
is our
guys.
Middle East
देखो ना guys.
And Adam, this has been going on for the last, frankly, 36 hours now.
36
we are
hours,
expecting
guys.
them
36
almost every few
hours. Can you
hours. I
believe
was
it?
in a bunker a few hours ago. And here we are again. We heard the siren and the alert, which goes off on our phones.
Yeah, so the alert will go off on your phone, tell you to expect this. Now, we clearly have protective equipment. That is to tell people to go and take shelter. Then what happened there is a couple of minutes after that, in this case, the air raid sirens have gone off here. And what you saw were, and at night you can see it in a different way, these orange tracers. Those are interceptor missiles that are going up. And we saw some, even through the darkness, you could see some puffs of smoke. You can see where the Iranian missiles are being intercepted by the Israeli missiles. They actually have 3 systems. The Iron Dome is one, David Sling, Arrow 3. Because these are Iranian, generally quite high altitude ballistic missiles, it's a lot of people call it the Iron Dome as a sort of all-encompassing generic expression. For missile in view, there are called Arrow 3s that go up and intercept them. It is an extraordinarily efficient system, but it's not foolproof. It can't catch 100% of these missiles, particularly, I was talking to one Israeli official today, a day like this when the Iranians have sent wave after wave. Part of that is because they know that a small percentage will get through, and as we saw a little earlier in Beit Shemesh, one Iranian missile can cause a huge amount of damage.
And what was quite extraordinary, terrifying about that particular missile was those people were in their bomb shelter.
If you look up there, over there, yeah, that's debris coming from an intercepted missile. So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but those little clouds of dots we saw, and that's actually...
Take his up.
Already we've seen here, also previously in the 12-day war, that debris
Has to be
sometimes what causes damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
You can hear the sounds of booms.
Keep quiet.
And like I said, the alert goes off on your phone. Most
Can I have
people
the
here would be under their bunker at the moment. But in Beit
off.
Shemesh, where you were today,
خلاص يا أخي ضيع أوف على غيرنا.
Which was the missile was not intercepted. The families had gone into an underground bunker. The missile crashed in destroyed houses, a synagogue, a school, but its actual point of impact appears to be right at either the entrance to the bunker or right and it caused the bunker to come in on itself. The question is, why was that missile not intercepted? Now the Israel Defense Forces have launched an investigation. I spoke to the number of people in the IDF, and they have said this system is, in many respects, world-class. One of the best aerial defense systems in the world.
Okay, Iranian, I know you're angry. I know, but we from the US are going to kill you, for sure. So take shelter.
It is hard to believe, finally, that the Iranians would have targeted that. It is quite easy to believe that that missile somehow went off target, because that's what missiles can do, and careered into this bunker.
Adam, thank you so much for joining me here and helping our audiences understand what I guess most of this region is feeling and experiencing at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, let's get more now on those comments from Donald Trump this evening.
Oh, you're angry, I know, but we from the US are going to kill you, for sure.
From Washington, and you can still hear those big booms. David, I'm talking to you now, but we're you know, dealing with some of these missiles that are coming in from Iran at the moment. The interceptors are doing their job. But if I suddenly have to interrupt you, I'll let you know. But just give us a sense. Donald Trump has said this evening that the Iranian regime, the leadership, have reached out to him wanting to start talks.
Yes, well, we haven't seen President Trump since he addressed the nation in the early hours of yesterday morning. That in itself is unusual. He may appear on camera later today when he makes the journey back from Florida to Washington. But we have heard from him because he has been taking calls from various US outlets. He tends to do that sometimes. And in a conversation with a reporter from The Atlantic, he claimed the new regime in Iran had reached out to him. He said he was willing to talk with them. In fact, he said they should have talked earlier, but had been, in his words, too cute. Now, that begs a couple of questions. If the new regime really wants to talk to him, given that the war began while negotiations were taking place, you've got to ask, why would the Iranians want to talk now? Well, in answer to your question about that with the UK ambassador a short time ago, he said it's because they want to exhaust every diplomatic solution. And then, bearing in mind that the new regime is basically the old regime, there's been no ideological change, you've got to ask, why would President Trump want to talk to them now? Of course, he's already looking for an off-ramp. Since he made those comments to The Atlantic, by the way, the White House has clarified that he is willing to talk to the new regime eventually, they say, but Operation Epic Fury continues, in their words, unabated for now.
We will make them regret this day.
David,
hello, guys.
thank you so much for that update.
Hello. Where are you guys
now,
from?
the death of the Ayatollah has prompted scenes of both jubilation and grief in Iran.
Let's go long, let's go long.
Come to terms with a seismic moment
Hey,
in their country's
Blue,
history.
go long.
However, they greeted the supreme leader's killing for all Iranians.
Don't stop.
There are huge
Don't
questions
stop till you
over
can win
that
it.
regime and the country's future. Here's our international correspondent.
Whoa, bro! Rush him, rush him, rush him.
But it looks and sounds like war inside.
Nice, nice. Watch your back, watch your back.
Clouds
Hey, these guys, are they smoking?
of high explosives.
No, they just have
As the Americans and the Israelis bring
Okay, B,
their
everyone, B.
operation
No,
to
don't
the
buy, don't
heart
buy, don't
of
buy.
the capital city.
Hardy go, we just lost a
And
round.
if the elimination of senior Iranian leaders was their chief objective, it seems they've achieved their goal.
Alright,
The
this
death
does
of
not mean
leader
that...
Ali Khamenei is acknowledged on state television at
Guys, these guys are good.
but he's barely able to finish it. Yet the demise of the Supreme Leader was met with pockets of exuberance and joy throughout the country. Congratulations on our freedom, cries one. Am I dreaming? Hello to the new world, shouts another in southern Iran, where they knock down a monument to Ayatollah Khomeini, the founder of the Islamic Republic. Some cheered from their balconies.
So surprised
for
they
the
have
Supreme
internet.
Leader ruled with an
I don't
iron
mean to
fist.
demean them, but yeah.
A man ready to repress and
Counter-terrorists win.
But in this deeply polarized society, he was also
But these
a
guys, I
revered
think
religious
they are a
figure,
little tonguing
a man
fishy.
invested with the authority of the
It's fine,
divine.
it's just a game, just play
In
normal.
Tehran's Revolution Square, the
All
supporters
right.
spoke of their anger and deep shock.
Run long and flash.
We were saying to ourselves all night that he's destined to be alive.
It's too late.
President Trump says he's given Iranians the opportunity to take back their country. Back the existing regime.
Wow, I can't believe that. Headshots And he doesn't die.
These are the remains of police headquarters.
Nice, nice, nice. Go, 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 go.
And here
Okay,
we
long.
see the implosion of the detention facility used
Watch out.
by the paramilitary.
Okay, he's watching shot. Panda's watching shot. Panda, stay here.
A new leadership council has been appointed, and this man, Ali Larijani, will play an instrumental role.
Don't take fight. Don't take fight. Don't take a fight. Don't take a fight. Just play time. Play time.
Don't peek.
Guys, do not take a fight. Play time.
Said Larijani, but his defiance.
Panda, you got him at high mid.
The regime is vulnerable. The Americans and the Israelis operate with total air superiority.
No, you're not gonna die.
And they control the streets. John Sparks, Sky News.
Can someone flash me long? I'll see if I can take
Yeah, that didn't sound right, but
this weekend. So who is in charge now? Well, let's just take a look at some of the key figures in the country and who might replace the Ayatollah. Ali Khamenei was Iran's supreme leader and
all right, who smoked T-Base?
One push, two push. Too long.
Is a senior advisor to Khamenei. In the military, prominent figures included the head of Iran, General Mohammed Bakour, Defense Minister General Aziz Scout, and the Army Staff. 4 of these 6 were killed in the strikes on Iran yesterday. The supreme leader, the head of the Revolutionary Guard, the defense minister, and the chief of staff. With the death of the Ayatollah, a leadership council will temporarily run the country. It's made up of senior cleric Ayatollah Ali Reza Arafi, who's the head of Iran's Islamic seminaries, the hardline chief justice Ayatollah Ghulam Hossein Mohseni Ajayi, and the reformist president Masoud Pezeshkian. The council will remain in place until a new
One shot, sorry. Go. Ah, he's tagged. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
Is a Mid-American cleric and is believed to wield considerable influence behind the scenes. Well, let's go to international affairs.
We can eco one round. Let's go B. Eco B, guys. Eco B. Just rush. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the question being
Yellow.
asked.
Rush means let's go. Someone watch LT.
What is that?
Cannot rush. Do you understand how this
meant to be then, I guess.
What we've heard from Donald Trump really is what he heard on the first night, which was he urged the Iranian people to rise up to seize a once and many times.
Oh man!
And he
Shot!
With guns to hand them in.
Bro! Below you! Empty.
Is the opposite. Those who have come out to celebrate have risked being shot. They have not handed their guns at all. The security forces, some of them have gone out and
I'm going to run along with an op. Let's see what happens.
No, don't go with an op, bro. Watch
mid.
mid.
In the absence of a publicly stated strategy, what we're hearing instead is unnamed sources in the administration saying that there is a plan. It's cleverer than the president's first time. That's emerging.
One back.
Is not so much
one B, I think.
To kind of split it, so to encourage those more pragmatic elements, possibly in the Artesh, which is the
push long, I guess.
Yeah, they've already gone. IRGC, which is the Revolutionary Military Force,
go.
in the Artesh to
try
and seize control, to stabilise the country, and then to negotiate more pragmatically with the outside world, with the Americans. And
he's most likely
now, on
going
the
to
face
say,
of it, that looks like a recipe for civil war. You could see the conventional army taking on the IRGC,
planting for long.
You could see some kind of conflict.
Go pit.
That's happening yet. But there may be efforts, and what we don't know, Yalda, is what is happening behind the scenes. You know, what are the Israelis doing? Have massively penetrated Iran with their intelligence assets. Are they trying to co-opt members of the various levels of the security forces, trying to persuade some of them to come over and say, you could escape death? And what they are seeing, these leaders in the
likely brought this wrong. So if we kill them, they'll leak over next round.
being
targeted and assassinated and killed in these very effective Israeli-American strikes. So there might be an incentive for members of the
He's at B, I
government
guess.
to come over to a more pragmatic way and then
Check out Selby.
try and negotiate with the outside world.
Nice one, Panda.
Administration are presenting their strategy. I mean, I think it has to be said without a clear strategy, Iran is looking at a very uncertain future, and what we're certainly going to see is, it seems, days more bombardment by the Americans and the Israelis as they try to persuade the Iranians to...
Go long, I'm flashing you. Go out, everyone long. Go, cross, help blue.
The ambassador as well, talking to you in this program earlier, talking about the possibility of diplomacy. So while the bombardment goes on, there is the possibility, at least, of both sides talking to each other. While it seems the Israelis are also trying to persuade elements of the regime to switch sides and to come over to their point of view and to hand over Iran, in a sense, to a more pragmatic and more moderate future.
Yeah, Dom, I guess, given the Supreme Leader has been decapitated, we know, as you say, their intelligence has been infiltrated, their military degraded. Having spent time in Tehran the way that you have and spoken to some of the political leaders, have they now been looking for some kind of off-ramp which will allow them to save face as well?
Wait, CD and Hyman.
Business model of the Iranian
No, CD.
Proven
CD, bro.
fundamentally. I mean, it was looking that way already, wasn't it? Because the whole compact between the Iranian leadership and their people was that the revolution would keep Iranians safe from the bogeymen, the kind of villains, the great Satan and little Satan,
Play time.
And the Israelis, and they would do that
Molly the door.
with some outer ring of proxies that they supported around the region, and then by
lovely, bro. Nice. I don't know why I said CT and sorry.
Billions on that over the years.
No worries, I don't have very good sound cues. I'm gonna rely on you guys for that.
Okay, purple. Whoever's not with an op, everyone long.
Currently degrading the missile program too, and have destroyed much of the nuclear program. So that kind of
go on, flashing long. Go. Have somebody have a smoke in the hand, please. Go, guys. Go, push! Fucking crying out loud, dude.
You still have zealots, you still have people who believe that massive sacrifices were made during the revolution and during the war with Iraq, and nothing can be done to make those sacrifices in vain. And I think it will be a brave Iranian leader to step forward and say, that's the past, this is the future.
A is empty, bro. A is empty. You need to run, you have to bomb.
Offered the people so far, which they've rejected in their tens of thousands coming out into the streets.
That's a good time. Go.
So you can see where the country may be heading. It's just very hard to see how you get there.
Made with a
emerged to lead Iran.
Wow, that's one hell of a... He's made with a scout, though. You can probably rush him if you want, but he's gonna camp that bomb area.
US Central Command has said that the US military's Central Command is saying that over 1,000 Iranian targets have been struck in ongoing operations, and President Trump
just let him pick the bomb. You don't have to take a fight.
8 senior Iranian regime officials have been targeted. He also talked about their naval
You saw him, box. Right in front of you.
Yeah, don't
peek, bro.
He's
coming from CD, okay? No, he's not from CD.
A new democratic Iran. Let's speak to his chief of staff now, Cameron Pansarinia. Thank you so much, Mr. Pansarinia, for joining us here on the program. I just want to begin by asking you whether there
lovely, take it off. He's got a scout, don't take it.
And President Trump or members of his administration over the course of the last 36 hours.
Yeah, that's very good to be with you, and first of all, I hope you stay safe in your coverage.
Yeah, okay, go long then, I'm pushing long. Someone please have a smoke ready to put in the molly.
In ongoing diplomatic
I'm flashing.
Over the past several days and over the past several weeks, since he called people to the streets. Unfortunately, 40,000.
Okay, there's one guy who died. Don't go long.
And so in order to ensure that their sacrifice, and now that the support coming from the Americans and the Israelis leads to true proper lasting change in the form of stability, democracy, and peace in Iran and the region, the Prince continues to engage with diplomatic partners, chief among them the United States, but also regional partners.
One city, one mid.
This guy with the scout
leads to a proper outcome.
Yeah, he does that every single time. He just uses the accuracy, abuses it.
Because, of course, in the last few weeks, we've heard senior members of Congress, senior members of the Trump administration talk about the fact that...
What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Into that position.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I have to do this. I have to fucking do this.
And no, he didn't really, want to
let him
name
play,
Reza Pahlavi as an alternative. Asked about contact and whether in this critical moment you and the see him as a viable option for the Iranian people, given some of those statements we've heard from the administration, those close to President Trump.
God damn, he's good with the scout.
Well, he's not the only.
He's not good. We have motherfuckers like
the only option that can lead Iran to true peace,
Yellow,
true
right?
prosperity, that
you can fuck the game up.
That Iran once had with its neighbors, be they the Arab
you know what?
nations,
I actually will not buy anything. I'm just going to go to mid and die.
So he's the one with the vision.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm sorry, boss. Is that how y'all want to play? Let's do it. Let's do it.
When good friends of ours like Senator Graham say that it's not up to the United States Senate or any particular government or any non-Iranian determine the
Oh, I died. Oops.
And that is the Iranian people's decision to make. They're exactly right. The Prince values first and foremost the support that he has. Ethnic, religious, linguistic demographies of Iran across the political spectrum, from Republicans to monarchists, left-wing.
Yeah, look at this moron yellow. Look at moron yellow. What is he doing? What a fucking thick you are, yellow. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that again. Oh shit, F2, F2.
Is the Prince because choosing among
yeah, once again, because of yellow, we lost the round. So we still want to keep him? Okay, nice.
The region, the world will not lead to stability, will lead only to more chaos. First and foremost, because the people of Iran won't accept that.
No timeout, no timeout,
so
F2,
those
F2.
who are trying to make attempts for power from within the regime.
I was actually doing
their
this.
only way, really, to be a part of a future Iran is to submit to the will of the Iranian people, which has made it very clear that they do not want this regime. They chanted death to the dictator, death to Khamenei.
I'm going B to die.
But they also chanted death to the Islamic Republic.
You guys can kick me because I do not want to play with yellow.
Will be dead, and only when the regime is gone can Iran reclaim national identity.
All right, I'm dead.
Among the nations of the world and be an actor for peace and for stability. And that's exactly the reason the Prince brings a transitional leader to bring Iran to
what we're going to see, what we've seen, Mr. Khansari,
see what happens with yellow's negativity? We all die.
Civilian casualties are going up.
With yellow's negativity, we all die. And y'all don't want to kick him, right? Let's play.
Manjib, where it's believed over 100 elementary school girls were killed. There is no doubt that if this campaign continues, 1,200 bombs were dropped across Iran. There is going to be a huge civilian death toll if this campaign
I died.
Is that something that you and the Crown Prince will continue to support?
Well, first of all, let's be very clear that the Islamic Republic will undoubtedly...
Yeah, look at yellow. Look at yellow. Yeah, look at yellow. What an asshole this guy is, man. What an asshole yellow is.
This morning,
let's go kick him.
Images claiming that tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands were rallying for a mourning ceremony for Ali Khamenei.
Yeah, let's all die faster. Let's end this.
Corpses that they have from the people that they slaughtered mere weeks ago are likely to be used.
I just want to focus on, there is no doubt that when we see the kind of airstrikes that are
every
taking
fucking
place
round,
in
every
that
fucking
country
round
over the course of the last 36 hours that there is going to be civilian casualties. So I've covered extensively the protests that took place, and we spoke to many demonstrators and their families. But I just want to focus on this moment, the last 36 hours, and the fact that civilian casualties will be high if we see the continued especially
thank you for that.
especially in densely populated areas.
He's not even telling you where. It's all B. Look at him. 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 Look at him.
The beginning of this air campaign against the Islamic Republic called on, asked the American leadership and the Israeli leadership to do their utmost to focus on military targets, to help protect the people of Iran, because to do so, of course,
all right, guys.
Campaigns, civilian casualties are always possible, but it's important to remember that the people of Iran
4 more rounds to lose. Let's go. 4 more rounds to lose, guys. Come on.
Nearly begging for this military intervention to level the suppressive apparatus of the Islamic Republic, to hit the IRGC, the repressive machine that has been slaughtering Iranians. That is the target of this intervention. Really, it's a humanitarian intervention to stop the killing of innocent civilians. There's 40,000 that we talked about in this new cover throughout the month of January.
Yellow died. That's all I wanted. That's all I fucking wanted.
People of Iran have asked for it.
I can die in peace now.
When the repressive apparatus of this regime is decimated, then the people of Iran will have a fighting chance and be able to take control of the country to reclaim their.
I've just got a minute left, but I just want to ask you, we often see through these air campaigns, you don't see the kind of regime change we're hearing from the Trump administration, or frankly, Israel. Do you believe that there is a day after plan?
Well, it's up to us. It's up to the prince, it's up to the team that we're putting together to have that day after plan and bring it to our diplomatic partners. Of course, they have interests. Of course, they have things that they'd like to see. But that's why we've spent the past several years putting together the Iran Prosperity Project. My colleagues who run that project have consulted with and now work with over 100 experts in a variety of fields prepared to ensure the stability of the country's affairs in the first 100 to 180 days after the collapse of the regime. That's our responsibility. It's not the responsibility of any foreign government to do it for Iran. And that's exactly the work that and the coming days, just that plan to ensure a stable manage the country.
Terrorists win. Mr. Cameron Pansarinia, thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you.
Well, at least 3 people have been killed in Iranian retaliatory strikes launched against the United Arab Emirates, with holidaymakers and expats dragged into a widely regional conflict. Airlines flying in and out of some of the world's biggest hubs.
Yo, come suck my volley, bitch.
And governments now face the prospect of getting this guy's Sally Lockhart.
Woo!
God, it's bomb debris.
Throwing a grenade.
Here. Oh my God, it's a bomb.
This regional war has become personal. Iran's attacks reaching the homes of some of Dubai's residents.
No joking, guys. We have just been hit by a drone. We have it coming.
Government advice to shelter in place for most means to stay at home. But that wasn't a safe option for some people today. The UAE has reported at least 3 deaths so far in these strikes, and dozens more have been injured.
Smoke.
This sense of terror has driven some families to hit the road to Oman in search of safety. One family, a mother, grandmother and newborn baby, staying at the Fairmont in Dubai's
Counter-terrorists win.
chose to drive through the night to the Omani border.
We had been in the lower ground floor of our hotel for many hours, trying to decide what to do. And people were bringing in mattresses from the sunbeds to sleep in the corridors and trying to stay away from any glass.
Let's go.
And I just decided that actually I think the best idea was to try and get a car and get to my husband in Oman.
Incendiary. Incendiary out.
I was very relieved
would be immune to these attacks was short-lived. Drones striking the port of Dakhil in Oman.
Mid to B.
The move has shocked
One
many
short.
in the region. Oman.
Mid to B. Mid to fucking B.
Between Washington and Tehran. Major infrastructure has been hit for a second day in the UAE.
Planting A, planting A, planting
A
A.
large cloud of smoke rising from Zayed Port in Abu Dhabi after a strike on its airport overnight. There's a lot
Dude,
of anxiety
LT.
among
Orange.
residents.
I've been here just over 2 years.
Behind you.
What does my future look like here? It's very uncertain right now for me.
Milton, a US Army veteran, is in touch with his former colleagues.
Just diffuse.
People got evacuated.
There's an there's an op somewhere.
How we feel is not really the objective.
We got this.
Completing the mission is the objective, and regardless, we got to stand behind our commander in chief, regardless of what happens. So it is what it is.
A large US naval presence deployed to Jebel Ali Port in Dubai was hit in another strike overnight.
Yeah, whatever, Panda. You can suck my wallet. Stop pushing, yeah.
Targeting American military assets and hitting national infrastructure and terrorizing civilians. The UAE says Tehran has crossed a red line and is currently reviewing its options in terms of how it will respond.
The UAE prides itself on its reputation of being a safe place to live and to holiday. Images of tourists sleeping in underground car parks could not be further than the image it seeks to project. Mia and Dara are desperate to get home.
Down there, people were smoking cigarettes, car engines were on. I went for a little walk around just to see what was going on, and there was a room that I went into as well, and it was an air-conditioned room, and there was even more people than there were outside in the car park in this tiny room, babies, parents. It was just, I was like, this feels like it's out of a movie. It just did not feel real.
We actually were on a boat when the thermal was hit, so we could see missiles flying above the boat. But yeah, I do think I'm going to go home as soon as possible.
Air travel remains suspended until at least Monday afternoon. Businesses and schools are ordering workers and pupils to stay at home for the coming days. Sally Lockwood, Sky News.
Middle going to be orange, be careful.
And Sally joins me now. Sally,
What a
looking at
brief
those
man.
images coming in from your piece and the people you were talking there. I mean, frankly, it's unbelievable to see Dubai in this way and so many of people trapped, desperate to get home.
Yeah, absolutely, Yalda. It's hard to explain
Someone give me an op.
the atmosphere here. There are large residents'
man, blue.
WhatsApp groups here. I'm on a number of them, and they are absolutely on fire with people stressed, worried, anxious, really fearful. This is not something that people sign up for when they come to live in Dubai, drawn not just by the sunshine, but also safety.
What is wrong with this man?
And that has really
I'm
been
reporting him.
shattered in the last 2 days. You and I go to strange places all over the world reporting.
Report profile report, guys.
Situations like this. But even for me, this feels extremely strange.
Oh, he's doing it because he's not better than me.
Reporting on a story that is
Oh, are you at Irani? In Iranian, yeah, that's what you are. That's why you're doing it.
The sense
From
tonight
Iran, yellow?
is that things do
Ah,
feel
no
calmer
wonder.
This evening, we haven't had the large number of bangs in the sky and explosions that we've been hearing, that we heard last night, that we were.
You still died.
Bit of a lull. That said, there are alerts now in place that have just come in Sharjah, the northern emirate of Sharjah, and also in Abu Dhabi. And I spoke to someone in Abu Dhabi a little earlier who said, you know, and that this could be another busy night. I think for residents here, they are hoping that there will be some sort of normality that will resume pretty soon. It's kind of hard to imagine that normality won't resume here. But I think the fear is that this could be the case for a while in this region, that it could become slightly unstable, very unpredictable, and certainly it's very concerning. Now, the Foreign Office sent out a notice to British nationals who are in the Middle East at the moment, saying register your presence, and that was shared around the UAE today. 76,000 British nationals are said to have registered themselves in this region, and 3/4 of those citizens are said to be here in the UAE, most of them tourists here on holiday. And there is a lot of concern from tourists that I've spoken to today that they just don't know when they're going to get home. They want to get home. Travel remains suspended until at least 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, but there isn't a huge amount of optimism at the moment that things are going to return to any sort of normality anytime soon. We're just going to have to wait and see how tonight goes.
Indeed. Sally, thanks so much. Well, ships in the Strait of Hormuz have been coming under attack today, with at least 3 incidents reported by UK authorities. Oil prices are set to soar as cargo ships and tankers drop anchor or avoid the area altogether, meaning costly diversions. Laura Bundock explains.
The world's waters are incredibly busy, and with tensions growing in the Middle East, Sky's data and forensics team has been monitoring shipping movements in critical areas. Each of these red marks shows an oil or gas tanker. One of the most important shipping routes is here, the Strait of Hormuz, with Iran to the north and Oman and the UAE to the south. It is the only marine outlet for this region's main oil producers, including Iran, making it strategically vital. 20% of global oil was flowing through this narrow waterway in 2024, which is the equivalent of 20 million barrels a day. Now, ship tracking data shows us Hormuz on the 1st of February and shows how active, how busy the strait was, vessels passing into and out of the waterway. But this is the situation the day after the US and Israel carried out their first strikes on Iran. Far fewer vessels in the area and very little movement, with clusters piling up next to large ports either side of the strait. Now, the data can also track individual tankers. We've focused on 5 vessels in the area, all due to cross through the strait. Each one, though, changing course and turning around. Between them, analytics agency Kepler estimates they have the capacity to carry around 10 million barrels of oil. Now, Iran can't legally close the strait, and there isn't a physical blockade, but the risks here are huge. On Sunday morning, there was an attack here on a Palau-flagged oil tanker called Skylight. Some on board were injured and the whole crew evacuated. The US Navy is warning against navigation through the strait, and some traders are suspending transit. But as well as that attack, we can also look at this disruption with AIS signals in the strait. AIS is the communication and tracking system used by ships. It is absolutely crucial to safe navigation. This shows the AIS signals in Hormuz on the 27th of February. But look what happens a day later. There is a huge amount of interference. This makes tracking ships difficult and their transit dangerous. Now, volatility in the Gulf will have an impact across the world. Disruption there will in turn disrupt global markets and international trade.
It's Laura Bundock reporting there. Well, let's bring in our Middle East correspondent, Adam Parsons, who's here with me live now. And Adam, we've really gotten a sense today of what's been going on, in the sense that you were at the site where 9 people were killed hiding in a bunker. We were out here as sirens were going off. And of course, we're hearing from US.
Yo, Rish. Hey, what's up, Rishank? Yes, sir, bhai.
It is this extraordinary number of events that are going on. We haven't even mentioned the US saying that they
a news or stream, मतलब CSGO or तो क्या कि
who saw that
keep everybody updated.
So these things are flying into us. Exactly. You've experienced the volatility of this. I said earlier, it felt like there was a lull. It's never at the moment a complete lull, and suddenly you see Iranian missiles flying in overhead.
Hey, hello.
There's a certain knowledge that the interceptors get almost all of them, but not all of them, as we saw earlier today. And of course, that's what we're seeing here in Israel. We don't have presence on the ground in Iran, but clearly, huge number of people are being killed there as well. And we were hearing from Sally that the impact on the Gulf nations as well. I think a lot of the pressure that the US and Israel will be putting on is to try to stop this expanding into a regional conflict. The United States knows that, of course, that Iran will attack things because they are allied to the US. They will want to try to stop that, but it's hard to do that because also for the Iranian regime, this feels existential. They have lost their supreme leader. There are so many questions about where they go,
supreme leader
what is going to happen to Iran. Will the people rise up? Will they not? The future is so uncertain.
कर दो मेरे को viral
Those who
कर दो
remain at
और
the
क्या
top, and the president himself, they want to seize control, and they feel, and certainly the Ayatollah felt this as well, that the way to do this in this position is to launch a huge reprisal attack in various places. That has been predicted for a while, Yalda, and now we are seeing it come to pass. And those chaotic eventualities that come out of that, well, they are impossible to predict. And that is what is being played out here.
Certainly is, and like you say, this feels like very much the beginning, and frankly, the face of this entire region could change forever. Adam, thank you so much, and of course, Adam and I will be here throughout the week watching these developments. As we've been reporting, the Supreme Leader is dead. Much of the top leadership has been decapitated. Iran has promised to seek revenge. That shapes itself, what that looks like over the coming days, and how the United States actually responds as well. Israel will have to wait and see. Donald Trump has said today that the Iranian leaders have reached out to him and want to talk. He's willing to do that. We'll have all the coverage here. With all
I mean, imagine people have left their news and they're watching me. What an honor.
The best thing about being a Sky News journalist?
They take you behind the scenes here for Election Night Live. They have gone up and up. Being Sky News
election का भी पड़ा है.
Sky News. Is anyone going to talk to us? Mortgage rates did go up.
Hey, bomb, during take my bomb.
Here it is. First off, just
let's go B.
Our data shows let's go. The question is why it hasn't been stopped.
I'm noob, guys. Please don't get angry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't worry. And I am boob, guys. Please get me on boobs. Yeah, sir.
Hey, one defusing. एक डिफ्यूज कर रहा है. एंटी आई थिंक अभी डिफ्यूज करेगा वो. गाइस ये डिफ्यूज कर रहा है गाइस डिफ्यूज कर रहा है.
Oh my god, you just saw the future.
Okay guys, that is my page YouTube.
Yes,
please follow, share and subscribe. क्या बोल रहा है?
कॉल देगा तो कौन फॉलो करेगा बे तेरे को?
बड़ी ये तो ऐसे ही मतलब मैं ऐसे ही कॉल किया. But yeah, you all can have this streaming live. So गालियाँ नहीं भाई, गालियाँ नहीं.
N-word.
गालियों कैसे भाई जिंदगी नहीं चलती हमारी.
No N-word.
शॉट देख रहा हूँ मैं, शॉट देख रहा हूँ मैं. कनेक्टर. एक शॉट आया. शॉट डाउन. नेक्स्ट. अरे माँ की आंख. रुक जा लूसीफर रुक जा. माँ की आंख. I got nervous. जा शॉट आ रहे हो लोग, शॉट आ रहे.
No gali. Why you saying माँ की आंख?
माँ की आंख is not gali. It is eye of the tiger ना भाई.
Eye of the tiger. Yeah. Ma doesn't mean tiger. Thank you for teaching me new language.
Hey Lucifer, did you play with me last game?
He played with you last night.
Oh, that was you, brother.
True.
Y'all are just taking, the situation out of control over here. Y'all are using it as a scapegoat. Where are you from? Iran?
You're watching Sky News. It's 8 o'clock. The headlines this
I am
evening.
from Iran.
Iran's ambassador to the UK tells Sky News that his
I
country
am
is
from
willing to
Indonesia.
explore diplomatic
I am from
solutions.
Israel.
Indonesia?
Hundreds of people
Okay.
killed in 2
Out
days of
Indonesia.
strikes by the US and Israel. As the strikes continue, so does retaliation. 9 Israelis killed as Israel pulls up 100,000 Israelis. And 3 US service members have been killed and 5 seriously injured. Details emerge. Oil prices expected to soar as hundreds of tankers drop anchor off the Hormuz after a number of vessels were attacked. And as airlines remain grounded, the problem of what to do with hundreds of thousands of travellers. The UK government drawing up plans for a huge evacuation. Donald Trump says he'll speak to Iran's new leaders. Over the next hour, we'll have the latest news and analysis and discuss where this conflict
Okay, I watched mid, I got op. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, but I don't see any subscription, nothing, guys. Subscribe, yaar. Like karo. If it was a girl, you would have fatak se subscribe would like. Yahi the problem hai.
I only subscribe to women.
Arey, mat karna smoke, bro.
In the form of missile and rocket attacks has claimed the lives of 9 people.
मत करना स्मोक बे अबे मैं तेरे स्मोक को देख के चक्कर में वो मारा मेरे को वहां से ऑफ ले ले वहां से ऑफ पड़ी देख अबे सामने देख नीचे कूदा नीचे कूदा नीचे कूदा नीचे कूदा Lovely, bro. Behind you. Lead. धमाल. अरे bro, help कर रहा उसको. I bet.
Struck in Oman and vessels hit in the Strait of Hormuz. Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia were also hit, but so far there are no reports of significant damage.
अरे right, left. मारना वॉल बैंग मारना एक काम कर नेक्स्ट पे जा रीलोड कर नेक्स्ट पे जा अभी यहाँ से ना फ्लैश कर ऑन द वॉल वेट फॉर द फ्लैश नहीं पहुंचेगा
Even as news of US deaths emerged,
छोड़ सेव कर अपने आप को क्यों फ्लैश कर रहा है बे
My life, my rules.
Our great nation, who are now mourning this great martyr Khamenei, must foil the enemy's evil plans by being present.
हमरा ऑफ दे दो ऑफ करेगा तू कर रहा है
This is what Iran's rage looks like. The town of Beit Shemesh, just a short drive from Jerusalem, was hit by a missile. The explosion flattened a school, a synagogue, homes, and a bomb shelter where dozens of children are confirmed. Visiting the scene, prominent members of the Israeli
What do these babies do to harm them? They've never done anything bad for Iran. We don't even share a border with Iran. It was for no reason at all, except pure hatred and safe hatred. So I'm asking all those who defend them in the world.
The people we spoke to insisted this is simply
अबे कहाँ है मैं स्मोक में
no targets of any military value.
शॉट आ रहा है
First day of this war was all about images of military
अरे यार हट
This is a very different scene.
तू भाई एटलीस्ट देख तो ले वहाँ पे मार्केट में क्या शॉट भी देखो मार्केट भी देखो हट इधर से
This attack makes the war very real for every Israeli.
This is what it is. This is what it looks like. And just for reference, this is one missile that hits and affected so many buildings and so many lives. So think about the amount of missiles that were on the way from Iran towards Israel in the last 2 days. So
backstabbing, I think. No, that's us.
Iran has continued its attack on Gulf nations. Smoke rising in Sharjah and Dubai. This in Bahrain struck by a suspected drone. Iran's plan is to embroil as many nations as possible. In Oman,
अरे यार come to connector at least.
And that means Iranian attacks on
Short पे देख है.
of Hormuz. This whole region has been rendered unpredictable. In Iran,
गया कूदा वो नीचे.
Iran's friend, a huge rally
Bro.
memory, broken up as it closed in on the American embassy. The Middle East is rippling, changing and fighting before our eyes. A region.
Nice. देख ऑफ पड़ी रहेगी देख.
Adam Parsons, Sky News, Jerusalem.
Well, earlier, Yalba Hakim spoke to Iran's ambassador to the UK, Saeed Ali Mousavi, and asked him for his reaction to the military action against his country.
It is very important to raising public awareness in international public opinion that this kind of activity has been done by Trump and Netanyahu. All of them are illegal. Examples of the violation of international law and social. You see, now we are in the war. Now, so they attacked us, and President Trump and as well as Netanyahu attacked.
Go B if you want. Go B. I'm smoking shot.
An Iranian territory, and they violated the Iranian national sovereignty. And so we were in the middle of the negotiation. We were in the middle of diplomatic solution, and so there is no need to go into the military action, military confrontation between.
मम्मा go B बी जाओ ना बॉम्ब लेके. अरे बॉम्ब उधर पड़ा है.
Innocent
हमका मारेगा साला बुड़बक.
There is no doubt that the Iranian government and Iranian people always reiterates on diplomacy and diplomatic solution, so that that we have this kind of peaceful settlement of mechanism. But why do you want to go to war? Why do you want to go to the military?
Mr. Ambassador, just to be clear,
sorry about that.
Have Iranian leaders reached out to President Trump and asked to talk?
No, regardless of the details of this kind of communication that
Get shot.
I don't know exactly. Now we are in the war. We are in the middle of the war. Is something you can ask the President Trump in this matter.
Ultimately, Mr. Ambassador,
come back, Blue, come back.
Have to deal with them and work with them in the way that they want.
Okay, let's go B now.
Trump has said this is not going to stop until they want it to stop.
जाना मैं देख रहा हूँ. करेक्टर चुप जा करेक्टर है.
This war, this imposed war, we were
behind you.
The negotiation we had done,
Bro, behind you बोल रहा हूँ. मैं बोल रहा behind you. क्यों करता है भाई? I heard the footsteps. I said also behind you.
And so it was planned that the technical negotiations will be taking place tomorrow at Vienna. I do believe, Yalda, that for every international problems, any international issues, there are a lot of peaceful mechanisms to be settled. One of them is some concerns regarding the Iranian nuclear program, that although that we have shown our intention and
अरे
desire
भेड़
do not have any desire to produce the nuclear bomb, for the eradication of the understanding any concern and any worries about this. Now the Iranian side was very ready for this
Bro, क्या कर रहा है यार?
settlement. But unfortunately, now in the war, there is no doubt, first of all, that the Iranian people now.
बस हो गया न्यूज़. What was that? ये कनेक्टर है भाई. भाई कनेक्टर तो देख लो यार. प्लांट भी. प्लांट कर येलो, प्लांट कर.
गया साइड पे भाई.
ए शॉट से. भाई तू क्या करता है यार?
Dude, shut the fuck up when you're dead.
Shut the fuck up and then you listen. Shut the fuck up when you're dead.
Go gaga.
How stupid are you, dude? Yellow?
Oh my god.
Don't reach out to God. Fix yourself first. Fix yourself first.
Your bottom. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Fix yourself first, then reach out to God.
Your bottom.
Terrorists win.
Reach out to God after you can fix yourself. And you know there's only one God, so yeah. Yo, let's go! Yellow, I'll just ignore you. Just play.
Yeah.
Let's go, my brother.
Bottom fragger. What was that? Something you said. What was it?
I just said the fact.
Oh man. Yellow, try getting some kills. Try that.
Flying. I always wanted.
Look at yellow smoke, dude. Superb.
Accept care.
Connector. I heard him. Nice. And connector.
Counter-terrorists win.
Wow, yellow.
And just move one side and rest of it. Great finish. Connector and rush B fast. Mid one SMG. Yellow come. Smoke the next. Who will smoke next? I'll smoke this part.
I'm throwing a grenade.
Green, the purple. Smoke connector, come on.
Lol, yellow. Got that in 4K.
These fellas are gonna regret waking up this morning. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, I should have not done that. Even with the AMAC, he's bad. Aim in, aim in, aim in.
Grenade. Decoys out.
Whoopsie!
Terrorists win.
क्यों मिलता है रे मेरे को ऐसा सब टीम? शी बाबा.
We are out of here.
मैं जा रहा है मिड पे. खत्म करो जल्दी.
Decoy.
A.
Mid sound है. मल्टी साउंड है. ये आ गए भाई.
Brilliant. Grenade out.
तेरा YouTube कौन देखेगा?
Counter-terrorists win.
Okay, that was stupid.
I
Yeah, no, I agree. That was shitty, dude. I think yellow का negative energy आ रहेगा मेरे पास.
Throwing a grenade. Incendiary out. Grenade.
Too good of a name, Green. Too good of a name. Dal, deep dal.
Decoy.
Care. Tetris. Tetris down. Last guy, rush him.
Counter-terrorists win.
That's how we do it, boys.
तो गन किधर गया मेरा?
Move it, son. Flashbang. Incendiary.
He's heavily tagged. Bhai, heavily tagged. NT.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. go.
Contact.
Throwing fire. Grenade out. Grenade out. Throwing smoke.
What is this guy doing?
Incendiary out.
What the fuck is yellow doing?
Throwing a grenade.
Bombs are there.
Throwing fire.
Yeah, kill your own player, you idiot. Shoot all these, man. Just kick him. Fucking cunt.
Yeah, try kicking me, dumbass.
Oh, look at his attitude after killing his own teammate. Wow, guys. Let me do the honors.
Room.
Lovely. Learn something from green yellow. Eat his shit. थोड़ा गू पार्सल करना ग्रीन उसको. I so wish I can just, shoot yellow right between his eyes.
Yellow, what?
Chuth is a chuth. You know what a chuth is, yellow? Go look at yourself in the mirror. Cunt. अरे भाड़ में गया YouTube चैनल बेचो. ऐसे लोगों तो मार डालना चाहिए. Amen. How does he know I'm here? Tetris. ये देख. अभी. इसको रिपोर्ट ही करता हूँ मैं. रुकना. इसको रिपोर्ट ही करता हूँ. ग्रीफ ये फिर से देख. अरे जानबूझ के कर रहे हो. डोंट किल हिम ऑरेंज. मत कर. उसको रिपोर्ट कर बस. सिर्फ रिपोर्ट कर. वो मॉली में जाके खड़ा हो जाएगा. वैसा है वो. Actually, he's an orphan now, guys. So I know him actually. I just didn't want to bring it out in the open. He's an orphan actually. That is why he's doing all this. We need to feel for him, guys. Come on. Shot. Mid पे. He may come short. रुक जा हाइड कर. वो साला आधा तो जान तेरा ले लिया उसने मार के तेरे को. I think it's best we F1, guys. Let's kick him.
Yeah, try kicking.
Try. Acha, he has some ass liquor. He's got an ass liquor with him. No wonder. You might be sharing the same mom, right? Now, in my defense, that did not sound gross. Okay, they could be brothers. Please explain. Was I right or wrong, guys? Then. But yellow, you're still a chuth. That doesn't change anything. You're a cunt.
Come on, jump.
Oh, you fucking miss. He misses knifing me. Look at him. Look how fucking bad he is, dude.
Throwing smoke.
गान पे गोली मारा. मजा आया. मजा आया. मिड देखना भाई. All mid. अरे क्या कर रहा है ये? अरे भाई एक गुखायला इतनी. Nice. Connector. Nobody's at shot. Everyone connector. Take on A. Care nest. Bro, nobody's at. There's nobody there. Everybody's at A. Okay. I think, are you good guy Leon? Are you friends with Yellow? Are you on a sharing spree? Why do these people even exist? I mean, like Yellow, I meant. Oh my god, look at him miss. Yellow. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yellow. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Oh, he's taking my gun. Let's see what he does, okay? Oh, come on. Oh my god. Ah! You had to get the assist from me, eh? Behind boxes mid. बीड़ी बीड़ी मत बोल, वो सोचेगा बीड़ी पीने का उसको. Backstab, backstab. Nice one, nice one.
What?
Can I have the op? Oh, never mind. Who's got the op? Okay.
Remove any doubts in your head. It's us or them. Throwing flashbang. Incendiary. Throwing flashbang. Laying down smoke. Deploying decoy. Deploying flashbang.
Aim in hit, aim in hit. Don't make noise, Lucifer. I did the damage. Thank you. There's an op over there. Can someone take the op? Can I have the op? No, 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 no.
I need one more guy.
Yeah, because yellow's playing shit.
Grenade. Laying down smoke.
I will shoot you.
Smoke.
Oh, that's the best you can do, yellow? Hey, I was part of the sharing part. Is that why you did that? Okay, no wonder.
Bottom, shut the fuck up.
You don't have a tab button, looks like.
Oh.
Oh, that's all you can do, eh? But whatever it is, I will eventually pay you, okay?
Yeah, suck my dick. Suck
You
my
have
dick
one?
for a
You have
long
one?
year.
Do you have one?
Ask your mom. I gave it to her last night.
Oh yeah? What time?
Oh yeah, that's what she
What
said.
time? What time? Oh fuck, you didn't expect that, did you? Piece of shit.
Throwing fire.
You still got it. Oh my god! How bad are you, dude? Oh my god, you suck, dude! You suck just like your mom! I mean, oh sorry, no, not your mom, not your mom, sorry. Amateurs, I tell you. Hey, whoever's watching.
Who's watching, bro? Who's watching? Just say hi. Alright. This one is on that punk ass guy.
I really don't know who's watching, but yeah, we can watch some news maybe.
A movie ticket will cost you 300 rupees for
अरे
3
भाई
hours. But
जाना
my
यार
airdos for
नहीं
properties
करना
of
तेरा
3 hours
AI
will just cost
तेरा.
Thousands of them were brutally killed by the Iranian regime. But when he says that, when he urges people, when he says this is your moment to go out and take your country back, is that something which is practically within their grasp?
Well, I think, first of all, Donald Trump did not urge people to go out while the war was underway. In fact, he was quite careful to say, stay home first. And I don't expect in this current moment for Iranians, particularly with missiles and bombs exploding across Iran, to do that. They're also still, carrying a lot of the wounds of the brutal January.
This is BBC News, the headlines. Israel launches more attacks on Iran as it confirms the supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, is dead.
अबे dead है तो काय के लिए तुम लोग और ये कर रहे हो है कि नहीं? Do you agree? Whoever's watching with me.
Authorities say hundreds of civilians have been killed since airstrikes started yesterday.
ये सब तो होना ही था
Iranians
ना.
are striking back, hitting more targets in Israel. 9 people have died in the city of Beit Shemesh. An oil tanker under sanction by America has been attacked in the Strait of Hormuz, which is a key shipping lane. President Trump says he will talk to the interim Iranian leadership. These are the live pictures right now.
Margao?
Mar-a-Lago.
Oh no, Mar-a-Lago. Sorry, I thought it was
3
Margao.
US service members
My
have been
bad.
killed in action. And Donald Trump also saying that operations in Iran are ahead of schedule as he reports the US has sunk 9 Iranian warships. Hello, I'm Lewis Vaughan-Jones. Welcome to the programme. We're going to take a moment now to try and answer people's questions in today's trending questions. Basically,
I have a
people,
question.
around the world searching
sorry.
for the answers for questions about this story specifically. I spoke to our security correspondent, Frank Gardner, and our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucette, for more on this. I started by asking Frank Gardner whether the US is at war.
I would say yes. By any possible definition. I'm sure there will be some lawyer somewhere who says, oh, no, well, technically such and such hasn't been fulfilled. But come on, this is like, anybody who denies that it is at war in the Gulf against Iran would be like President Putin claiming that what he's been doing in Ukraine is just a special military operation and not a war. Of course it's at war.
And Donald Trump used the word war in that first address, that 8-minute address on social media. And there were certain commentators within the US, Frank, that raised part of the legal question there. Well, if that is the case, then the US has checks and balances. It's Congress's role, and it should have been consulted and effectively made this decision, not the president. What do you make of that debate?
Well, I mean, that's probably one for a Washington insider, but, there are 2 issues here. One is it actually, is it permitted under the US Constitution to do what he did? And the other is it breaking international law? So my understanding is that the UK Attorney General, that's the top lawyer in the UK government, was unhappy with the UK taking part in this military operation, Epic Fury as it's called, which is why UK bases were not used. It's not that the UK is in any way sympathetic to the Islamic Republic regime, not at all.
Okay, Frank, thank you for that. I'm going to bring in Lee. There's another big question on geography. I haven't got a map to take a look at, but basically is the question that people are asking is, who are Iran's neighbours?
It's an interesting question to ask, especially because as we're reporting that Iran is now striking, it says it's striking what it calls legitimate targets, the American bases, about 13 of them across the Middle East, and it's striking its neighbours. If you look east of the Islamic Republic of Iran, you're in a whole different geography there. There's Afghanistan and Pakistan. If you go a bit north, it's Turkmenistan. Which of course Iran has played a role, especially after the US-led invasion of Iraq, where Iran became increasingly more powerful. But then if you look to those crucial waterways across the Persian Gulf, you've got the Gulf state of Oman, which has played a really crucial role in trying to mediate between Iranian and American negotiators, only to see that process shattered. And then of course all the so it's a really right now a really volatile neighborhood. I should mention that before this war erupted, we were worried about do we call it, I don't know, Frank, do we call it a war? Confrontation, military confrontation between Afghanistan and Pakistan, with Iran offering to mediate. On the west, rather, on the other side of this conflict with Israel.
Stick with you, but we'll bring back in as well. It's a very simple question.
Clears middle and finishes it off. Sanju special, Samson. 97 not out.
Muslim. It's the most powerful Shia Islamic state in the region. It was often said that God is the powerhouse of Shia Islam in Saudi Arabia, with its special role of the custodians of the two holiest sites in Islam was the Sunni powerhouse. There is a small percentage of Sunni Muslims in Iran as well, even a tiny Christian community, also a Jewish community as well, and also Turkmen tribes as well.
Frank, just going to bring you in on this. What is the significance when it comes to Iran and its neighbours, that religious Shia dominance?
Well, I think it's been one of the ways that Iran has been able to export its Islamic revolution of 1979 by reaching out to its co-Shia religionists in Lebanon especially, where back in the early 1980s, it established this strategic alliance with Hezbollah, the Party of God, which became the most powerful force in Lebanon, far more powerful than the Lebanese army, for example. It's a bit weaker these days because Israel was essentially decapitated its leadership. If you remember those exploding pagers and then the walkie-talkies and then Israel's operation into southern Lebanon that has weakened but not destroyed Hezbollah. So it's got co-religionists in Pakistan. We've seen outbreaks of protests, riots there. The US consulate, for example, in Karachi, those are Shia Muslims. And there are a lot of holy sites in southern Iraq as well. So Iraq is a very important Shia country. Under Saddam Hussein, until he was deposed and defeated in 2003, Iraq Shias they had a really bad time under the Sunni, nominally Sunni. I don't think Saddam was a particularly religious person, but he was nominally Sunni Muslim, and they were persecuted. That changed after 2003.
Frank, thank you for that. We're going to have a look at travel now, travel to the region, Liz, because one of the biggest questions being asked online right now is it safe to travel to Dubai? Clearly people wanting to travel to Dubai itself, but also these big hub airports in the region for people travelling on further. So what's your assessment of that?
This is a question that the UAE, the leader of Dubai, never wanted the world to act. They pride themselves as being a transport hub. The airport in Dubai and also to a lesser extent in Abu Dhabi, it is such a major tourist destination. And what the Emiratis will fear, that people seeing those images of 5-star, 6-star hotels on fire, hearing reports of.
So you just mentioned that you want to learn Python.
ये भाई नहीं सीखना Python, तेरा रख तेरा Python अंदर. आज ही हम
and
लोग
one of
सांप
their
पकड़ा.
golden stars in their reputation of being a safe place, a safe harbor, away from the turmoil and the forever wars that have roiled the rest of the region. Right now, it's not safe because you can't get there because flights have stopped. I'm sure that once this war ends, the Emiratis and the Qataris and the Saudis, the Bahrainis, the Kuwaitis and Omanis, all of them are going to do whatever they can. I bet you'll see marketing campaigns in the underground of London. Yes, it is safe. It is absolutely safe to come to Dubai. Frank, what do you say about that? Frank is also someone who travels like through Dubai, or I always say that Dubai is, it's the best named city state, Dubai. Dubai, do come here and buy a lot. People want to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fascinating place. I used to live
Dubai.
there, as you know. And
Buy.
Sheikh Rashid, who is the father of modern Dubai,
Do come here and
he
buy.
said back in the
पैसा काट
1970s,
उसका
do you know what,
overacting
we're
का.
going to build an airport here.
Nonsense.
And everybody said, you don't need that. You've got Sharjah just up the road. He said, no, believe me, trust me, this is going to work. And around the airport and the duty-free, it then expanded, and Dubai took off in the early years of this century, the 21st century. But on travel, I speak to you from bitter experience, because we were supposed to fly to India yesterday with Qatar Airways, and we'd reached Gatwick, London Gatwick, one of London's two big airports, and just before we got to the terminal, I could see that the war was starting, and yet, extraordinarily, they boarded us. And I said to my fellow passengers, there is no way this plane is going to land in Doha. It's going to be in a war zone. And sure enough, a couple of hours later or less than that, they offloaded us, and there are no flights because these airports are intermittently coming under attack. My friends in Bahrain are telling me that the airport has been targeted. It's been with drones. Dubai has, you've probably seen the stuff on video. It is very strange, this, for people in the Gulf. There have been many conflicts in the region. The Gulf War of 1980 to 88, that was the tanker war between Iran and Iraq. The Gulf War and Desert Storm of 91, the Iraq invasion of 2003, even the performative Iranian missile attack on Qatar's Al Udeid air base last year. None of this compares to the shock that tourists and residents alike are getting from seeing high-rise buildings being hit with explosive drones.
Was that
it's
a
important
mosque?
to say that Iran's foreign minister, who Lise knows well, Abbas Araghchi, has said, we are not punishing we're hitting those countries. We're merely hitting military bases. But in fact, it's civilian infrastructure that's getting hit as well.
Okay, I don't know if you're a passenger on a plane, you feel very safe sitting next to the BBC security correspondent, very unsafe, I don't know. Frank, thank you for that.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy the privilege, of course. We're going to stick with travel, Lise, not so much the tourists, but one of the big travel economic factors,
Maritime
which is
traffic.
Is the Strait of Hormuz closed? Is the question that's being asked, and asked why is that significant?
Well, there were conflicting reports yesterday that Iran was threatening to close the Strait of Hormuz.
They cannot
It's one of
close
the
it.
weapons
It's
in
illegal.
its arsenal, of course, a much smaller arsenal than the mightiest army in the world, the United States, and also the
But
assets
they
of Israel.
cannot
I think what we say now, it's
close it.
effectively closed because a lot of shippers will not get the insurance to go through that crucial waterway, knowing that it's now literally in the line of fire. So we are hearing reports that it has become very difficult. And in fact, there's been an attack on a tanker today. Again, images of a tanker on fire, not the kind of image that encourages tankers with loads of oil or other precious cargo moving towards that choke point in the Strait of Hormuz.
Can I just add to this? Sorry, Lewis. There are alternative ways of getting the oil out of the Gulf. So the UAE, for example, is made up of 7 emirates. Dubai is only one of its 7 emirates. Abu Dhabi is another. One of those emirates, Fujairah, it's the only one of the 7 that has also got a coastline outside the Gulf. It's in what's called the Gulf of Oman or the Arabian Sea. And they can offload the oil. So UAE can take about 1.5 million barrels a day of oil through that pipeline if it chooses to. Saudi Arabia can also export oil right across, using a pipeline right across the Arabian Peninsula and load it in the Red Sea. Now, if it's going south from there to customers in China, for example, which is a big importer of Gulf oil and natural gas, then it's got to run the gauntlet of getting past the Houthis in Yemen. And that is a danger. But if it's going north up to the Suez Canal, up to Europe, then that's not a problem. So we haven't seen quite the impact on oil prices yet that we thought we might do.
Okay, Frank, thank you for that. That's interesting. Going to be another disarmingly straightforward question. What's the mood like in Iran is one of the big questions people are asking. And Lise, it's not straightforward to answer, is it?
I think I would say that Iran, of course, a vast country, some 92 million people, is awash with emotion. You've been, while you've been on air, you've been broadcasting those images, the emotional outpouring. These are the people who are fervent followers of the supreme leaders, fervent for the foot soldiers of the Islamic Revolution, who truly revere the Islamic, their Islamic leader as a model within Islam. And of course, for those who are in their 30s, it's the only leader that they have ever known. But equally, we can't, of course, put numbers on them, but there are those who revile Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. They hold him responsible for their suffering, including the use of lethal force in a crackdown that the Islamic Republic of Iran has never seen in its history, with thousands, possibly tens of thousands killed. And when we were in Iran in February, I was really struck by how raw that emotion and anger still is. So there are, and we've been reporting, there have been the scenes of celebration, but also the scenes of sorrow, just underlining again that this is really a defining moment for Iran and the country being pulled in more than one direction.
Yeah, right. We've got a couple of questions left. Frank, I'm going to come to you with this one. What is Operation Epic Fury?
That's classified. That is, I mean, they've got these wonderful names. Who thinks up these names? Midnight Epic Fury. You know, somebody is probably getting paid a lot of money for thinking these up. So it's the code name that the Americans have given to their part of this operation. And I shouldn't joke about it, actually, because, of course, it's a really serious thing and people are getting killed, especially primarily in Iran. It is the US part of this joint effort
Well, we're not getting no
to
games.
essentially, as far as we can make out, topple the Iranian regime. President Trump's aims seem to be a little confused because it started out being initially about coming to the rescue of the protesters back in January, but then he didn't actually do anything then. And more recently, the talks that took place in Geneva were about, well, Lise knows all about this because she was there, was about the nuclear file. But the US and Israel also want to discuss missiles, Iran's missile program, and its support for proxy militias in the region, which Iran said, no, we're not going to discuss those. And President Trump said, I'm not happy about the way the talks are going. And then this Operation Epic Fury